Imagine unlocking a step-by-step Pinterest strategy that's so precise and so battle-tested that every single new account on Pinterest I've used it on has skyrocketed to thousands and thousands of outbound clicks in just a few months. Now look, I'm not sharing any fluff, any guesswork, just the exact moves I've used and you can use to make, set up, optimize and grow your Pinterest account with laser precision. In this mastermind video, I'm going to share with you how to craft a bio that attracts clicks and engagement, how to properly claim your website, which boards to create and which boards to join, and also my never before shared pinning formula that you can use and copy that is a proven blueprint for exactly how many pins you should be aiming to pin per day for at least the first 4 to 6 weeks, which is the most important time. Now, this one tip is the secret that's fueled my account growth across all my Pinterest accounts. And I'm also going to share with you one Pinterest tool that cuts all this optimization in half and gives you an unfair advantage over the competition. Now, stick with me to the end of this video and I'm going to share with you my 10K a month ultimate Pinterest blueprint for 2025. So if you're ready to stop pinning aimlessly and start seeing real results in your Pinterest accounts and campaigns, let's get into today's video. It's going to be a fantastic one. So I'm going to give you all the information you need to set up your profile from the outset, and I'm going to just share with you pretty much everything that I do to optimize my profiles to give them the highest chance of success on Pinterest. So the first thing you want to do is head over to Pinterest, business.pinterest.com. Of course, you're going to want to sign up. Now, the things I'm going to share with you in this video, okay, some of them are pretty simple, some of them are a little bit more advanced, but these are the things that I do on pretty much every single account that I do to give every single account the best chance of seeing the most amount of traffic, engaging with the most amount of audience, and being seen as a professional and reputable and trustworthy brand on Pinterest. So once you're on the business.pinterest.com, you're going to want to hit sign up. And you're going to be taken to this page here. Now, of course, you want to add your email address, add a password and a date of birth, and then hit create account. Now, once it's done, you're going to get a page that looks something like this. So it's going to ask you to describe your business. Now, we are content creators, so we're going to hit content creator. Of course, if you have a different reason for registering the business, feel free to add that. On the next page, we're going to add a brand in here. So this is for a home decor brand, and we're going to call it The Cozy Nest. Pretty cool, got a nice ring to it. Add your region in, for me it's UK, and then you're going to want to add your domain. Now, if you don't have a domain or website, then hit I don't have a website and hit next. Now again, the next page is going to ask you for 3 important business goals. So for us, it's going to be to drive more traffic, and you can add pretty much as much as you want. And also we want to generate some more leads, and then you want to select the primary focus of your brand. Now again, it depends on your actual niche itself, but we're going to hit home for this particular example and then press done. Okay, next you're going to get a page that looks a little bit like this. So it's going to ask you where you want to start, and we are going to share some ideas, or probably grow our audience if you want to create some ads. Maybe we can showcase our brand to build your profile, and that's what we're going to click right now. And we can hit next. Now, once it's done, you're going to see a page that looks a little bit like this, or you're going to go through to a page that's going to ask you to add some more information about your Pinterest account. Either way, it's going to look very similar to this. So this is the bare bones of what a Pinterest account looks like. And now we're going to start from here to actually make it more active and make it like a business professional account. Now, the first thing you want to do is head over to the profile image here and add a actual professional headshot image. So add that in here. Next, you want to add a profile image here, and I'm going to give you some examples of what a really good profile image looks like, pretty much in any niche, but we're going to stick in the home decor niche for now. Now, the best place to find other related competition websites or competition Pinterest profiles to look at is just pretty much just to go into the search bar at the top here and type in something to do with your niche area, so one of the main keywords. And then what you're going to want to do is just pretty much click on the top 10, top 15, pretty much a few of these high performing pins here, just to get a gauge of what your competition looks like, and more importantly, what their profile looks like. So I've opened up a few tabs here, and I'm going to go into the actual profile itself of a few of these, just to get an idea of what the profile looks like. So as you can see, super simple profile here. They haven't used a headshot, which again, it depends on the brand. I would recommend a headshot, but it really depends on your brand itself. If it's a personal brand and it has a blog attached to it, then for sure you want to add a headshot, because once they see the headshot, that's going to be in the profile here, and it matches your headshot in the website. Once they click over, you have a lovely rapport built initially. This one again, similar as well, where they are keeping it more of a subtle brand and a more of a faceless brand. But as you can see, if you look at the profile images here, very, 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 very professional, and also really, really open, okay, for this type of home decor type of website. So we are going to do something very similar with our Cozy Nest website. Now, there are a few places that you can find high quality royalty-free images. You can either use something like this, which is a Pixabay, which is a free image stock photo site that you can use. And I really like the way this image looks here, super inviting. Or you can go somewhere like this, Ideogram, type in a AI image, a creation prompt, and it will give you a really stunning looking AI image. And if you're not really too sure what to write in terms of the prompts, just use ChatGPT. ask it to create you a prompt for an image for Pinterest, and it will give you an amazing one as long as you put your niche in. So here's our cover here. We're gonna add that in and press done. I'll add an image here shortly, but the first thing you want to do is go over to the edit profile button here. And importantly for us, we're going to add a really compelling about us story here, okay? Now, usually this is going to be something similar to what your website has to offer, but again, just use ChatGPT or anything like that to find and create a compelling story for your profile bio. So I've very quickly put in some prompt for ChatGPT to help me create a profile. As you can see, this is a little bit too long already, so we can definitely shorten that to a few sentences. This is good to go, so we'll copy that over. Super important, you want to add in your website here. Now, this is a new site, so we haven't actually got a website for it. It's just a test site. And then, of course, you want to add a very smart and keyword-rich username. So make sure that it's the same username as the username that you put for your initial profile link. And then, of course, add your email address in here. The rest of it is self-explanatory, so you just add in your numbers and then hit save, okay? Now, the account management is very simple. I'm not going to go into that. What you do want to do is go into profile visibility. Make sure none of these are checked because that's going to set your profile to private. Keep your home feed turned on. That's going to be super important. And this is where it gets interesting, okay? On the left-hand side, you want to claim your website. Now, this is where it gets super interesting. So you have to use one of these options to claim your website. If you don't do that, then you're not going to get any analytics, and that's not going to be fantastic because you 100% need analytics, especially when you are looking to scale your account. So you have 3 options. I usually use this one because it's the easiest. And then to make it super simple, you want to go to your WordPress account and then download a snippet plugin called WP Code. And then you very simply want to press add new code here. Find your global header and footer. If you don't know where it is, it's just down here on the left hand side. Paste in your header, footer, and then press save. Okay, super simple. If that doesn't work for you, put something in the comments and I will send you a tutorial on how to do that. Let's get back to the video. Now, once your website is claimed, you're going to be on your way to understanding exactly what your profile is doing on a day-to-day basis with your analytics. Now, next, there are a few more options on the side here and a few other notices that you can go through in your own time. But to be honest, once you've done the profile editing, you've added your profile picture, and you've also importantly added your banner, then those are the main things, including your bio. Okay, those are the basics. Let's go into something a little bit more advanced. So now you have the basic account. You want to create some boards, okay? Now to do that, you want to go onto your Pinterest homepage here, which you can navigate by pressing on your icon here or icon on the right hand side here. That's going to give you your Pinterest URL, which is your main profile page that anyone can view. Click on the plus button here, and then you can go to create pins or boards. We're going to hit boards. Now, again, this is super simple, okay? We're going to create about 5 to 10 different boards, and these are going to be super relevant to our niche, which for us is going to be home decor. We're going to start off in the living room space, and then we're going to create a few different boards around living rooms, also kitchens, also other areas of the household. Now, of course, I'm back in ChatGPT. You can do competition research to go through what boards seem to be quite popular, but I'm just going to use ChatGPT for this particular example, so it's super simple and anyone can do it. As you can see, it's given us 10 relatively simple and quite wide, broad categories. We are definitely going to narrow these down as we get more into the process, but for now, we just want to create some boards to keep the account, make it look active, and give Pinterest a feel of exactly what type of Pinterest account we are really trying to create. So we'll add a few of these now. Super simple, hit create, and then it's done. And then this is where it gets interesting. You do want to save a few pins to this board, okay? Even though it's your board that you own, you're going to be having a few pins of your own. You're going to be having a few pins from high and relevant pins across Pinterest to show Pinterest that it's an active board. So we'll just save a few of these. And then, of course, once you create pins, they're going to go into the same board as well. We'll come back to the creation process and we'll hit board again and we'll add a new one in here. And then again, you're going to do the same process again. Now remember, you want to keep this all super relevant. So if there's nothing relevant in terms of the pins that you're seeing for other people, then of course don't add those in. Only add in things that are relevant. And you only want a few at the beginning just to seed the board with a few really good and interesting pin ideas. So we'll save a few of these here too. Hit done. And then of course, if you go back to your account profile, you're going to see a few of the boards that you've saved. Of course, you haven't created any pins yet. That will be in the pin process here. I'm going to go through pin processes in another video, but again, creating pins is super simple. It's very much drop and drag in terms of your image. Add a keyword title and a keyword description. You of course want to add your link inside here. Choose the board that we just created, and then you can either schedule the pin for now or for later, and that's pretty much the pin process simplified in itself. Now, as you can see, that's taken us a few minutes to do. It's still quite bare, but this can be done by anyone at any point. The next question that I get asked very often is how many pins per day? And here's my super simple week 1 to week 4 pin strategy. So I do keep it very simple in the first few weeks because I do not want to trigger any algorithm or issues in terms of spam or anything like that in terms of Pinterest. So I keep it simple. I keep 5 pins per day for the first week for week 1, between 5 and 7 for week 2, between 5 and 8 for week 3, and between 5 and 10 for week 4. Okay, I try to be consistent in terms of at least 5, but I do to vary the number up to 10. And then from month 2 onwards, I usually have around 8 to 12 pins per day from month 2 onwards, and then it just continues to increase from there. Now, this is super important, okay, because you do not want to increase your pins too frequently and make it look unnecessary, or not look at your data first before you just increase pins. And in my experience, this has worked really well for across multiple niches, and this is the strategy that I would recommend. Now, from month 3, you can increase. And of course, I do have accounts where I've increased it from the first month and I do have really, really good results. But if you're looking for longevity and you're looking for your account to stay under the radar and you want to keep it for years and years, this is probably a really safe and smart strategy to use. Now, a few other things I should mention is you definitely want to follow 5 to 10 niche related Pinterest accounts in your niche. So for us, it's home decor. So we're going to go through a few competition profiles as we did before and follow a few of those. Also, definitely want to engage in a few of your niches, likes and comments, the general things you do on an account. And then lastly, you can test a few pin styles just on your first month or so. Again, just to keep it very, very, very realistic, because that's what a lot of new Pinterest owners would do. But generally, when it comes to pinning, I usually stick to the one pin style, which is the static image. Now, when it comes to competition research and checking other competition, especially if you're looking for trends, looking for different boards, and joining other group boards, some people do find it a little bit frustrating or quite intimidating. Now, to find really, really interesting competition research, and you want to go to Pinterest Trends here, and you can either type in Pinterest Trends at the top here, or you can go down to the data fields here and change some of the filters, put in your keywords and also some interests, and then you can filter the information to get exactly what you want. So we'll type in home decor here, we'll type in yearly here, because we're looking for the broad niches. We're looking for search volume in terms of what's the highest amounts, and we'll click on some of these to check out our competition. Also check out some boards as well. So as you can see, bedroom ideas seem to be doing really well. You can scroll through here. You can look at related trends on the actual Pinterest trends itself. So we can add a few of these in to really gain an understanding of how this particular keyword is structured in terms of which other keywords are super similar to it that we can potentially target. We'll take off a few of the bigger keywords and look at the smaller keywords. And then again, the more keywords you add, the more keywords you're going to get access to. And then again, the more filtering down you can do for this particular keyword. And when you're happy with that, you can look at the demographics. As you can see, most of Pinterest is going to be for between 18 to 34-year-olds, and like 85% are going to be women. So make sure that you're targeting graphics and pin designs for that particular demographic. Once you're happy, you can click on the popular pins at the bottom here. And this is where all the magic basically happens. So you're going to have to spend some time in the actual search bars themselves, going through popular pins, opening a few of the accounts here, opening a few of the different Pinterest profiles and Pinterest pins, and then finding really, really highly relevant and also popular profiles in your actual niche area. Look at the type of boards that they're creating, look at the type of boards that they're saving as well, and then probably follow suit. Okay, that's super, super important, because only by looking at your competition will you truly be able to understand how your niche and also your impressions are going to grow. So you need to spend more time here. So this one, for example, is not really relevant to us because it's in a different language. Let's check out a few more. This one again looks pretty simple, pretty interesting. It's got some crafts. It's also got some home decor ideas too. As you can see, it gets over 10 million views, which is kind of insane. But again, the more research you do, the easier this is going to get. Now, one thing I would mention is this can still feel a little bit overwhelming. So there are some tools you can use. This is a tool that I have used in the past. It's called Pingroupy. It's super simple to use. You go into group boards here, you type in a keyword here, and you can sort the filters by here. And then you can just request to join super relevant and very, very related Pinterest groups that are actually in your demographic and in your niche. And then the best thing for you is this particular tool does a lot of the hard work that you don't really have to do in terms of going through everyone's profiles and trying to figure out which is the most successful and which isn't. And also it's got a really cool viral pin filtering tool that you can use as well. As I mentioned, I've used it before. I don't use it as much in the past because I really enjoy the research, but definitely something for you to check out. Now, there is one more tool that I'd recommend that you take a look at. It's the tool that I use probably the most frequently, and it shortcuts pretty much all of this hard work in terms of looking at your competition's profiles, checking their profiles, checking their boards, and doing pretty much the legwork, which can take lots and lots of hours, if not days, sometimes even weeks to do. And I'll show you how to use it. It's super simple to use. You pretty much just grab the profile of the account that you're looking to compare and contrast and get more information on. And automates all of the manual process that you have to usually do, which is going through all of the saved boards, going through all of the pins, seeing what it gets the highest engagements, etc., to kind of copy and mimic. And you pretty much just copy the account in and it gives you everything. So let's take a look at that tool now. It's the best Pinterest and research and tracking tool I've ever used. It's probably the only one that I've seen in the market with this type of data. And I'll leave a link below this video. 100% check it out. It includes a free trial that you can use as well. So definitely check it out. And of course, these videos take a little bit of time, so I'd appreciate if you'd support the channel by checking out the tools that I'd recommend. Now, once you're inside Pinclix, you want to hit on Account Explorer here. And then in the Account Explorer tool, type in the username of the account that you pull from Pinterest. And then it's going to give you pretty much all the information on that account. So the monthly views, the reach, the followers, the total pins it has, the boards that it has. And then of course you can click boards, which is actually coming soon. And you can pretty much copy all their boards. So you don't have to do the ChatGPT research. You don't have to think about you don't have to manually kind of add those boards in. You can just copy what's already working. It's got all the keywords of this particular account. So again, you've got all of the position ones and the volume that it has, the date that it's been updated. So you can copy those, the highest positions, okay, positions 2, positions 3s. So you haven't really got to worry about going through thousands and thousands of different pins and keywords. It's also got the highest performing pins, as you can see here. So again, you can ethically store pretty much the best converting pins and keywords from this account. You can see which has got the highest saves, the best comments and reactions. So you know that this account has done hard work and Pinterest is showing them and also now you what is working very well and what is getting the most engagements. So with that power, you can pretty much just copy ethically, take the ideas, obviously change the boards, change the keywords, and probably change the images as well. But you have all of the data that you need to show you what's working. Okay, so right now, if you used to put together a college apartment decor ideas, you're going to get really, really good engagement, as you can see here, saves and also comments as well. And of course, that's just one account. If we take a few more and pretty much do exactly the same thing, copy over the profile ID, put it into the Account Explorer in Pinclix. We can again go through the monthly views, monthly reaches, the boards that it has, and then just keep fine tuning our research process and our competition research. And because we're getting the highest and the best keywords from each account, we are getting the kind of the top of the top, the 80-20 principle, and only using the best keywords, only creating the best pins, and really using the hard work of other accounts to boost and propel our account forward. So if you're yet to use Pinclix, I would 1000% recommend it. One of the best tools I've ever used. There is a trial link below this video. Feel free to click it. Now, once you've created your account and you've followed all the advice in this video, it's a few weeks in, you're going to get a kind of profile screen that looks a little bit like this. So this is the business hub of a case study account that I have called Tooltrip. And as you can see, because the domain's been claimed, I have access to analytics. And also it shows you all of the organic success for my account. Let's take a very quick look at what that looks like now. So this is the home feed. As you can see, these are the ideas that I have now. And these are all the pins that are showing up on my home feed. So these are super relevant and related to my niche because of obviously they're showing pins that are in my niche area and my categories and also my board areas. This is the public profile. So you can see all my pins themselves here. Also, you can see the pins and boards that I've saved currently here. So not as many as many other people. And here's what the analytics looks like. So this is over the last 30 days or so. And then once you have access to the analytics, because you've claimed your domain, you can get all the access to your pins, your impressions. You can sort them by different filters here. Also, you have access to your top boards here as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it. This is how I create like 99% of all of my Pinterest accounts, and this is how I've been able to scale multiple Pinterest accounts for multiple clients and agents, and also my own accounts. And this really is a no-brainer. As you can see, most of it is pretty simple to do, but as long as you follow it strategically, then you would have set up your account for the best success to see tons and tons of impressions and tons of clicks over short to long periods. Now, as an added bonus for staying to me to the end of the video, please leave a comment below and I will send you a link to the Ultimate Pinterest Blueprint in 2025, where I'm earning over $10,000 using very, very simple and strategic tools, including AI tools. And I'm going to share this tool with you for absolutely free. So please comment below this video to get access to this blueprint. And of course, if you have any other questions or comments, feel free to add them below this video. Hopefully you've got some value from this video. I really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned, it really does make a big difference. It allows me to continue making these type of detailed videos and blueprints on Pinterest. I have so much to share in 2025, and hopefully with your support, I can continue to grow, help, and optimize your Pinterest accounts for free with this YouTube channel. That's it for me in today's video. Please click the links below this video if you want to learn more, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.